Just coming back to Vinny, there are certain players that you've worked with in your time who are, at that time when they're players that they will definitely become managers. Is he one of them?
No.
How much of an impact did you have on his management career until now? Did you speak to him when he was back in Belgium or this season?
What I like of him is he proved himself in a Belgium league. Anderlecht is one of the, of course, historical teams in Belgium, maybe the most important, but young players that take a risk going there. He went out for the comfort zone, went to Barley after being relegated and go there, and with the pressure to go there, don't go directly to the big clubs or waiting, to the Premier League, go there and had the pressure to do it and handle it and do it really, really well, what he's doing in terms of results and the way they play. And so, he proved himself, not just directly to go to a top team, and look what happened. So it's close. So have I don't know how many margin for the third in the championship, but the consistency, winning at home away for a long time is because we'll be here. Now have time. We are focusing on other games, of course, but we will pay attention what they have done so far in the way they play to don't be surprised or at least compete against them to reach semi-final FA Cup.
Okay.
Hi, Pep. Erik ten Hag described Newcastle as annoying opponents before the League Cup final because of their sort of time wasting and sort of running the clock down. I think Mikel Arteta and Jurgen Klopp have both complained about that as well. Is that something your players have to guard against tomorrow? Not get frustrated with that aspect of Newcastle's play?
No, if it's a waste of time, we will have yellow card for Ederson, don't worry. So we are the team with the less waste of time in the career, and the first time we go to Arsenal away, and after 37 minutes, we got a yellow card for them. So don't worry about wasting time. I was not pay attention on that, so I'm more attention on what we have to do to beat them, in the way we have to do, for the way they press, for the problems we had in some moments when we play away in the beginning of the season, when for many other aspects. I'm not waiting on that. It depends on that to go rhythm our game and what happened. So I don't know.
But if they do try and do that, is that something that as a manager it frustrates you because your team want to get the ball?
It depends on referee, but I'm pretty sure the yellow card will be for Ederson. So how many games, how many thousand million games we came here, teams in Etihad Stadium, to wasting time for the keepers, 20 seconds every time the goal kick, long ball, and nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. And after we go there, when the team want to be active to play, and we get the yellow card. And after that, we define these kind of positions, and that's why I'm far away about comments about the referees, because I don't care 1 second. So what they can do whatever they want.
Just on what you were saying there about the time wasting, have you asked the authorities why?
What is authorities?
Like the Premier League?
No, I don't talk about the Premier League. We're accused of them by them. So no referees, no Premier League, no care. Newcastle.
Do you have the feeling that you are unfairly treated though?
No. In this action, yeah. How many times I went after the press conference complaining about the referees or make an appointment there? And the game is in the game when it's out. I don't even know before the game who is the referee is going to whistle. I know when I see the face there, I know who they are, but I don't talk with them, no before and no after. And now we cannot talk about this Premier League or whatever. We are busy to defending with our lawyers our defense, so I don't have time to spend time with that.
Hi Pep. There are already 6 teams in the Premier League who have got ambitions every season to win the title. If Newcastle arrive and continue, it'll be 7. Do you think we'll have to change the way that maybe you view success in a season? Because if there are 7 teams all competing for 3 domestic trophies and 4 Champions League places, that obviously not everyone can qualify every season.
You come where I'm said. So it's so difficult. Qualify for the Champions League. It's difficult to be there all the time. And Newcastle is there because they deserve it. Because at the end, they invest really well. So yeah, every time was difficult. But you know. I have a feeling what we have done in these years is the exception. People say normality, you know, you have to do it, you have to do it. For me, it's the exception. So, but the reality is not like that. It's not winning in this country 4 times in 5 years. And the people believe that it's going to happen every year. It will be more difficult because the teams are every time more well prepared, the quality of the recruitment, the quality of the players and everything. So that's why it's more difficult.
Hi, Pep. The game at Newcastle was a pretty crazy game. It wasn't the type of game we normally see City involved in.
Yeah.
And I remember you said afterwards, if you don't finish the actions,
Yeah.
you've got problems and you need to have more passes and get the team together. Has the rest of the season been about everything since then? Has it been about finding the right balance to get rid of the bad stuff, the counter-attacks, and exaggerate what City did well in that game? It feels like that game was a...
No, in that
big
game
barometer for what
specific,
you
we
wanna do.
didn't find the space, especially where we were. I believe we were, and especially Maximim drop us back has the ability, to and take the ball to use the counter-attack driving the ball, and we cannot win that duel. You have to defend 40 meters. It was specific, I think, that I had the feeling that, again, we are not a team we concede too much counter-attacks, and we try to, you know, to play all the season with the proper strikers, with Erling or Julian. Like before, sometimes we were not, with Gabriel, could drop. But I don't have the feeling that this specific game was for San Maximim, a little bit Almiron. Of course, with Joelinton, always they have 2 or 3 players that can run with the ball 40 meters, and that's why the defense was making a fault. Like, we are not the best team in the world doing that. And when that's happening, you have to defend. So the last game, for example, against Bristol, the first 10-15 minutes, 1 or 2 actions in our right side, we lose the balls. Normally the counter-attacks happen because we lose easy balls, and this is, I would say, the aspect we have to improve. But in general, I had the feeling it's quite similar to the previous seasons.
When you won at the Emirates in the middle of last month, it felt at the time like it was a significant blow, but subsequently Arsenal have responded by reeling off 3 wins on the trot. Is it a frustration to you that they've managed to respond so well?
Absolutely not. We knew it, so we won in a tight game in Arsenal. The day after, they scored in 91 or 92 minutes, and we could win 0-4 and we draw 1-1. So that is the reality. It happened. But expect they can win 3 games in a row when in the first part of the season they made 50 points. So you can expect they can win a lot of games. So it's not about that. So it just, for the way we played after Arsenal, is really good. We should have won all games in the Premier League or points. We could not do it because football is like that, and we are in the position because Arsenal deserve it. But I had the same feeling. I linked 12 or 13 games still to play, left to play, so a lot of games. So many things I think is going to happen.
Hi Pep. When we came back from the World Cup, you said you were worried about players picking up injuries in March due to the number of games played. Well, you said in the spring, but we're now in March. Is that still a concern that you have?
Yeah, but so far, we had the problems with illness for some players, but with John a few weeks ago, but the rest feeling well. We have almost all the squad ready, so that's good.
Have you changed anything or done anything a little bit differently to counteract
Well, listen,
that?
when we play 5 games away every 3 days with a calendar, not even 4, this was the first, it's just rest. Talk a little bit. Some bottom, like you believe, will be good for the team, but in terms of energy on the pitch, in the training sessions, recovery, preparation, no training. So this I didn't change absolutely anything like we have done in the past. Good guys, thank you.